Thank you, our viewers. It's Collins a Joke, real life experiences. Here with Mary, we are back on the floor. Mary, our first part of the video, viewers are asking, how is Mary coping up? How is she? What is happening in her life? Even after what we are hearing happening in Pakistan and everything, someone needs an encouragement. Someone needs to have a word from you. One, how are you doing, Mary?
I'm okay. I'm a lot better. There was in this 1 week when our video
Yes.
started, we did not know that we were gonna have a war in
Yeah.
India and Pakistan, and it was not, thankfully, not a full-scale war, but there were missiles from this side and that side. There were attacks on civilians from both sides,
Yeah.
and there were people who died, which is extremely unfortunate because anytime governments, army officials, they take decisions, they probably think of people as collateral damage. They don't look at them as living beings.
Yeah.
They just look at it as how this is going to benefit them, and not really think about how this affects so many. So the ceasefire was announced 2 days ago, and then there
Okay.
was violation of the ceasefire.
Oh.
So that's something which is ongoing, and it's not really, when we talk about me and my country or my identity, I feel like, how you can't talk about yourself without your background as part of who you are.
Yeah.
And I feel like no matter what a Pakistani or an Indian does, the subcontinent is a part of our history, and it's literally in our blood. Like, it's part of us. Wherever we go and we walk with that history. So many times here in Canada as well, people will confuse whether you're Indian or Pakistani because we look the same.
Exactly.
Our language is very similar. We might have
Your accent.
my accent, right? Our accents would be same. Our features would be same.
Your hair.
My hair, my physical
Your
attributes.
smile.
Yeah, everything,
Okay.
right? So it just gets extremely confusing sometimes. For example, I went to a Punjabi restaurant with my friend the other day, and this person is talking to us in Punjabi, and we're talking back in Urdu. She's assuming that we're talking in Hindi because Urdu and Hindi are literally just the same. So we wouldn't even want to clarify, hey, I'm not Indian, or oh, I am Pakistani, because it is what it is. It doesn't make a difference, right? So I feel that it's unfortunate that people in the authorities, they wouldn't consider how similar we are, and they would always just want to pinpoint the differences to create that conflict, to
And
fuel
hatred.
that, yeah, to fuel that hatred.
Yeah.
And so how I deal with it, I feel that it would be unfair for me to say it's just about me.
Yeah.
When the war started, and I'll try not to cry today, Collins.
I am here for you. A big shoulder for
I
you
know.
to lean on.
But when the war started, it reminded me of Bangladesh. It
Yeah.
reminded me of the partition that happened in 1947. And this was when thousands of people were brutally killed, raped,
Wow.
just taken away from their families, put in jails without no reason. The trauma, the generational trauma that we've carried from that time till today, and we're still suffering.
Generational.
It's generational
and we don't
trauma.
know when it's stopping.
And we're still going through it. People still know that at the border, India, Pakistan, we're still always in a conflict. There's always something happening. There's somebody killing somebody. And what for? We don't even know. The real people,
Wow.
Collins, and I call them real people because they are civilians, they are people who are living there. They do not want that war. There are religious sites for Punjabi and Indians in Pakistan, and they travel every day in huge numbers to just migrate and just to have that pilgrimage.
Wow.
And we respect that. We want to be able to host them. Even when this whole situation was happening, the officials of Pakistan, they said that we're not going to stop Indian visas, while that government, Indian government, has blocked all the Pakistani visas. Even if somebody wants to travel for health, even if somebody wants to travel to see family. I have family in Amritsar, and Amritsar is in India, and we are their family in Lahore, and Lahore is in Pakistan.
Mary, this story is really so heart touching, and it's so painful. But something I know right now is that you're one of those one privileged and special people to be out of a war zone, irrespective of the fact that you have your family and everyone close to your heart is back home.
Yeah.
How have you managed? How are you managing? How are you trying to live every day to be strong?
Collins, I don't know if you manage that. I feel that you just somehow accept that you can't do anything about it. These are things that are way beyond our control. We can sit here and we can talk about it. I can feel sorry for those people. I can be scared for my people. I can feel how unfair it is on both sides, both borders. How they're just using resources that could be used in so many other things.
To
There are
make people happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
there are people who are, there's poverty, there's unemployment, there's all of that. You're spending thousands of dollars in
To
war,
end lives.
but you can't be spending that money to feed people, to give them what life has to offer, really. So I feel that you can't really manage, but what you can do is that you just accept. And you saw me, going all over the place, and you just immediately, the first reaction, your physical and your psychological reaction, is just feeling scattered, because you're in bits and pieces, or you're a little bit here, you're a little bit there, and then you start to feel guilty for being safe.
Wow, wow, wow. The pain is just making this environment so cold. It's becoming cold. Like, it's literally, for me now, just look at my skin. I am just becoming so cold because of this. Because when we started this, we didn't even think, actually. It was after, I
Yeah.
think, a day or two that it
Yeah.
happened. I didn't even find the strength to have the video down there until I had to hear from you, because most important is your mental health and what you would feel. It was like a trigger for pain and something that
Yeah.
you said yes. I would take this opportunity still to know that I know you was a strong woman, and I know you was a person actually who is very, very strong. If I've known anybody strong, I am knowing it more that you're strong. But there is someone out there who is in this community. Our community, I'll refer to this country as Canada, out of Canada, not even in Pakistan, not even in India, far away, like worldwide, trying to want to put themselves in order. Because irrespective of what we are having right now, we have to get back in order. Like, a day has to go. Like, we have to live. We have to
Yeah.
be, we have to be us. War is happening, but right now you're not in a war zone and you're better. You have to do a lot of things for you to live. What is this word that you're going to encourage? Something that you're going to tell someone, either to be resilient, either to, I don't know. What message are you giving to the world?
Don't stop talking about it.
Okay.
Don't stop sharing, don't stop knowing, because what happens is that anybody who comes from these sort of regions, where normally, and I would talk about my experience as well, that as somebody who was coming from a minority group, we were told to not talk about the bad stuff, right? Don't go out, don't talk to people who are especially not part of your community, and
Okay.
don't tell them what's wrong, because this might create conflict. So don't talk about it.
So they stigmatize you in that way.
Yeah. So just keep
Wow.
quiet, stay silent, because if you talk, there will be problems. So I would suggest anybody who's going through this, don't talk in a way that you're trying to argue, but talk like you're trying to educate.
And
When
here.
when this happened, I thought about it for a minute, that maybe this is like a problem that's between, two countries, and maybe I shouldn't tell anybody else. What is it to do with you? What is it to do with anybody else that I shared with? But what I gained out of it was some relief and satisfaction that, hey, I told 10 other people that what is the history behind all of this. When I walk into the room, now when some Indian and Pakistani is coming to you, you know where they come from. It gives you a reason to empathize.
Mary, empathy. I will I would refer back to one of the comments we have on the first clip that we played. A person said that it is very important for us to listen to other people talk about where they come from.
Yeah.
Why? Because it makes us understand.
100%.
It makes us know who they are, and knowing their background is very important. And something I learned from that is that knowing about other people makes it easy to relate with them, to create an environment which is so favorable for them, to do things which are going to make them feel better and to be accepted. Because sometimes there are certain ways that we behave in and we don't consider who we are talking to and who we are seeing. So this is on all of us. This is an encouragement from me to all of us, is that let's know about people. Let's not blame people. Let's not touch into the wounds of people. Let's
Yeah.
not put salt in the wounds of people. People are bleeding at this moment of time. We have to be so careful. As
Right.
much as they are trying to be so strong, we have to support them and to make them feel accepted. Because when you feel accepted here, I think it's the best way. When
Yeah.
you tell your story now that people are relating, someone communicated from, I think, Dubai, and they were feeling so broken, and they were like, thank you, Mary, for this is so good. This is the same thing we are going through here. And that person is neither Indian, neither they Pakistani, but they related to that story.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, if someone can come out and talk, it will help us.
100%. And you know what? I'll just add on to that, that it's not just helpful for me because you'll make my life easier by understanding me, but it's also going to be, for example, if it comes to me, if I didn't know about a certain community, ethnicity, culture, race, and if I find something out about them, it gives me an opportunity to broaden how I think. Because you know how if people know multiple languages, if they are adaptable to different cultures, and they can just accept people how they are, imagine the positivity that environment would have. It's not just for the person who's receiving it, it's also for the person who's giving it. And I think until and unless we do not start to look at it like that, I would not have the motivation to create something much better for someone else. Because you know, humans are selfish, right? It's sort of like an innate thing. We want to think about ourselves. It's natural for us to think about us first. If it's really cold, you would tell me, Mary, hey, it's really cold, I don't want to go there. Even if I'm like, oh, you know what, it's okay, we'll cover you up,
We'll
whatever.
manage.
You'll think about how you'll feel before even entering into a space. So it's very innate for us to first put ourselves in somebody else's shoe and really think that, hey, if this is something that I would have been going through, what would happen? And that would give us an opportunity to be very open-minded. It would, imagine, you know, just a world where there's no judgment where you come from.
No.
Nobody's asking you to become something else to find eternity, to find everything.
Wow. Wow, Mary. Mary, I have a lot to say, but today you just put everything out of my mind, because what is running through my mind is the pain that somebody else out there is going through.
Yeah.
I mean, answers, questions that people are asking themselves that cannot even come out and speak, because this is a culture that they have created inside of us. You can't talk. When you talk, it's bad.
Yeah.
Somebody out there, don't be broken, don't be stressed, don't be depressed. Reach out, talk to someone. Not everyone may listen to you, but find a friend to talk to them. Tune in Collins a Joke real life experiences every time. You will hear stories. You're going to be lifted. Don't be alone. Every time we talk out, we find healing. We find like the pain is out. How do you feel from the minute that we came in and now you're trying to talk to us and then you're smiling? Like, keep on, keep on.
Yeah, I feel I think as soon as you get to talk about what's hurting you, it automatically, it's just like pressure relieved off your shoulders.
Whoa.
Right? It's like you're burden is off. I'm a psychologist by profession. I've
Yeah.
been counseling for good 8 years now. And I don't think that there are two sides to this, right? That if I would not have gone through all that I have or
Yeah.
I've seen, the more you see in life, the more you experience, the more you can offer help.
Experience being the best teacher.
Yeah. And so I feel I do not want to say that, hey, I wish I had not gone through it. Thank God I did. You know why? Because I am much more humble, much more kind to people who are not me.
Yeah.
I'm able to just accept anybody and everybody the way that they are, because I know what it feels like to not be accepted.
I know.
And so talking about it right now, it relieves all this pressure and burden. It tells me that, you can find validation from somebody that you could be telling the story for the first time. You had no clue of what my story was.
Yeah.
But I just share it with you, and you validate me. You tell me that, hey, I understand, and hey, I can empathize. And it immediately feels like, you know what? I'm not stupid. It's not just me. It's not in my head, because that's what people keep telling
And you're
you.
not alone.
Yeah.
Actually, it's you listening, but from the time we posted this video, I've had many people reach out and they're like, this is good. Many people can never do this. Like coming out to talk about your story, it's helping.
Yeah.
Someone is getting strong. They are getting better. Because not many people come out. But the good thing, we have the channel.
Mm-hmm.
People watch, people tune in, and then they see an experience, they see an example, they see
Yeah.
someone who is being better every time. Our viewers, just like, subscribe, keep in touch. We are going to get back. I am bringing back Mary for another version of this. I don't know when, but you have to come back because we are just on a fresh video. Like everything is just fresh. We are on the side of we're on the side, would I call it a movie? It's a show. Like it's so real because we have hearts bleeding in here. We have people who are so affected by this ourselves, because knowing that our brothers and sisters are going through a pain from
Yeah.
being minority, the women, the children. I mean, it is too bad that we can't really have much to say about it other than telling our viewers, like us, don't forget to subscribe. Collins a joke, real life experiences. See you another time. Thank you for coming.